Imagine this. You're packing for a trip. You have a list of everything you think you might need. Clothes, shoes, toiletries, gadgets, and even that book you've been meaning to read. You try to cram in everything. You think, what if I need this? What if I need that? The suitcase starts to bulge. Clothes, shoes, that clunky hairdryer. The zipper strains. It bursts open. You're left with a mess. Your perfectly planned trip, now a chaotic mess. You're frustrated, overwhelmed, and wondering how it all went wrong. This is your life without boundaries. When you try to do everything and be everything for everyone, you end up feeling just like that overstuffed suitcase. We try to please everyone. We say yes to every request, every invitation, every demand on our time. We take on too much. Our schedules become packed, our minds cluttered, and our energy drained. We say yes when we mean no. We agree to things out of obligation, fear of disappointing others, or simply because we haven't learned to set boundaries. We become overstuffed suitcases, bursting at the seams. Our lives feel heavy, cumbersome, and unmanageable. Just like that overpacked bag, we're headed for a breakdown. The weight of everything we've taken on becomes too much to bear. Setting boundaries is like choosing what to pack. We decide what's important. We prioritize our needs and let go of what's unnecessary. We leave behind what's not. We travel lighter. We travel happier. Our journey becomes more enjoyable and less stressful. Don't let your life become an overstuffed suitcase. Learn to say no. Learn to prioritize. Learn to set boundaries. It's time to set some boundaries. It's time to take control of your life and make room for what truly matters. Why is saying no so hard? We're conditioned to please. We crave approval. We fear disappointing others. We worry about seeming selfish. We worry about missing out. We tell ourselves, just this once. But just this once becomes a habit. We become chronic people pleasers. Our own needs, pushed aside, our own desires, left unfulfilled. We become a shadow of ourselves, living for everyone but ourselves. It's time to break free. Boundaries are not selfish. They're essential. They're the foundation of a healthy life. Think of boundaries as your personal force field. They protect your time. They protect your energy. They protect your sanity. When you set boundaries, you're saying, this is what matters to me. You're saying, I respect myself. The result? Less stress, less resentment, more time for what you love. Boundaries are not a luxury. They're a necessity. Invest in your well-being. Set boundaries. Saying no doesn't have to be a confrontation. In fact, it can be one of the most empowering things you do for yourself. When you say no, you are setting boundaries and prioritizing your own needs and well-being. This is not only beneficial for you, but also for those around you, as it fosters a culture of respect and understanding. It can be an act of kindness to yourself. By saying no, you are giving yourself the space to focus on what truly matters to you. This can lead to greater personal satisfaction and a more balanced life. Remember, you are not obligated to say yes to everything. Start by acknowledging the request. This shows that you respect the person and their needs. You might say, I appreciate you thinking of me for this, or thank you for considering me. This sets a positive tone for the conversation. That sounds like a great opportunity, but then state your boundary. Be clear and concise about why you cannot commit. For example, that sounds like a great opportunity, but I have other commitments that I need to prioritize. I'm fully committed right now. Keep it simple. Keep it direct. No need to over-explain. Over-explaining can sometimes lead to confusion or give the impression that your decision is negotiable. Stand firm in your decision. Offer alternatives if you can. This shows that you are still willing to help in a way that fits your schedule and capacity. You might say, I can't help with this right now, but perhaps I can assist with something else. Or maybe I can help at a later date. Perhaps I can help at a later date. This keeps the door open for future collaboration without overcommitting yourself in the present. It also shows that you value the relationship and are willing to contribute when you are able. Remember, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to justify your decision to anyone. It's okay to simply say, no, I can't do that. This is a powerful way to assert your boundaries and take control of your time and energy. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Practice makes perfect. Start small. Begin by saying no to smaller requests and gradually work your way up to bigger ones. The more you practice, the more confident you will become in asserting your boundaries. The more you say no, the easier it becomes. Over time, you will find that saying no is not only easier but also liberating. It allows you to focus on what truly matters to you and live a more fulfilling life. So embrace the power of saying no with grace and confidence. Let's get real. We've all been there. Remember that time you agreed to help a colleague with a project? You were already swamped with your own tasks, but you didn't want to seem unhelpful or rude. You ended up working late into the night, feeling stressed and resentful. Your own work suffered, and you were left feeling exhausted. What if you had said no? Imagine the difference it could have made. You could have focused on your own priorities, giving your tasks the attention they deserved. Your productivity would have soared, and you would have felt a sense of accomplishment. You could have avoided burnout, taking time to relax and recharge. Your mental and physical health would have thanked you. Or think about that time you said yes to a social event when you were already exhausted. You didn't want to disappoint your friends, so you pushed yourself to go. You ended up feeling drained and miserable, unable to enjoy the event. Your body was crying out for rest, but you ignored it. What if you had stayed home? You could have recharged your batteries, enjoying a quiet evening to yourself. You could have enjoyed a peaceful evening doing something that truly relaxes you. Maybe reading a book, watching a favorite show, or simply enjoying the silence. Saying no is not selfish. It's self-preservation. It's about setting boundaries and taking care of yourself so you can be at your best for the things that truly matter. The psychology of no is crucial. When we constantly say yes to others, we say no to ourselves. We diminish our own worth. We teach others to disrespect our time and energy. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love. It's about recognizing your needs. It's about prioritizing your well-being. When you set boundaries, you reclaim your power. You assert your right to choose. This builds self-respect. It builds confidence. It sends a powerful message. I am worthy of respect. From people-pleaser to self-protector, the journey to setting boundaries can be challenging. Old habits die hard. You might feel guilty. You might worry about disappointing others. But remember this. You're not responsible for other people's reactions. You are responsible for your own well-being. Start small. Identify one area where you need to set boundaries. Practice saying no in low-stakes situations. Celebrate your successes. The more you practice, the easier it gets. You deserve to live a life that aligns with your values and priorities. Embrace the power of no. Saying no is not about closing doors. It's about opening new ones. Doors to freedom. Doors to authenticity. Doors to a life you love. When you learn to set boundaries, you create space for what truly matters. You attract relationships that are healthy and fulfilling. You pursue your passions with renewed energy. Saying no is a gift to yourself, to the world. Embrace it. The freedom of saying no. Imagine a life where you feel in control, where you have time for yourself, where you feel respected and valued. This is the power of saying no. It's not about being selfish. It's about being true to yourself. It's about living a life that is authentic and joyful. So go ahead, say no to the things that drain you. Say yes to the things that light you up. The world will adjust. And you will finally be free.